I started back on my little fitness journey after taking about, I don't know, a year and a half break from it, maybe a little longer. Anyways, I decided to start doing my research again, looking up videos, listening to podcasts, all that fun type of stuff.
So if you were trying to get 250 grams of protein in a day, what would your daily food intake look like? Would it be majority of that protein comes from protein powders?
Mostly in my case, but I have a lot of men around.
And I was curious how much I actually know about getting fit. And I thought, what better way than to do everybody's favorite school pastime by taking a pop quiz.
Oh no!
There's a future video that I'm trying to make that I really need your guys' help with.
This was 3 years ago, by the way.
/muscle IQ. You'll find a bodybuilding and fitness IQ test that I made that'll take you about 5 to 10 minutes to do.
So that's the quiz we're going to be taking today. We're going to see how much I actually know when it comes to getting fit. All right, let's get started. Okay, they're starting off easy. Number 1, what is the most important factor for losing fat? And if you say anything besides calorie deficit, I don't know what to tell you. Carb intake does have a factor in it, but that falls along the lines of caloric deficit. Meal frequency, meal timing, not necessarily. Do you need to train to muscular failure to stimulate hypertrophy? This one, I'm not 100% sure. It's one of the things that I've read about, but I've not committed to making sure I know it. So we're going to say no. Is it possible to build muscle and lose fat at the same time? Yes, that's called maintaining, I guess, or something else. I don't really know. Bulk cut bulk, bulk. Who would have the hardest time achieving body recomposition? Gaining muscle while losing fat. Oh, previous question. Someone using anabolic steroids. I don't know anything on steroids. Some who is overweight / obese. I can attest to that. That is not a hard time. A lean advanced trainee. Okay, they're already built and then they're trying to build up more muscle. I can see that one. A new trainee. No, because they got newbie gains. So a lean advanced trainee. Which of the following supplements has the most scientific support for muscle and strength gain? I don't really fully 100% know. I'm pretty sure. I think BCAAs are mostly energy type stuff. Pre-workout thing. I don't know. I don't use them. I don't know what beta alanine is. I know it's going to be creatine, but I don't know if it's monohydrate or HCI. I know I've seen a video recently about, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was talking about the different creatine gummies, and I want to say it's monohydrate, so we're going to go with that answer. What's the most practically efficient rep range for building muscle? Okay, so rep range, I'm assuming they're talking about one set. And it's either 1 to 6 or 6 to 15. I feel like if you're going to failure 1 to 6, we're going 6 to 15. Which muscle is not significantly activated by the exercise shown below? Okay. I know some of these words. Latissimus, trapeze artist, biceps, broccoli, antler, android, deltoid. It's pulling. I feel like that's biceps. Broccoli. Which of the following describes the important eccentric phase on a bicep curl? Look, I don't know what these phases and things are or when they're at. I just know that it's like do proper form and do this. When you squeeze your biceps at the top is what I'm guessing. Which of the following factors contributes the most to muscle growth? It's definitely not muscle confusion. Isn't that what they were trying to sell P90X on? You confuse your muscles, but it's definitely muscle damage. All that cool stuff. What does RPE stand for? That is a great question. I'm going to say reps possible to exhaustion. That sounds like the safest bet. Well done. Let's move on to level 2 medium. I don't know. Some of those were kind of crazy. All right. Well, I say crazy, but I don't know. They didn't feel like easy ones to me. Which rest period length tends to be better for hypertrophy? I don't know. But if I were a gambling man, and from the videos I've listened to, I want to say longer rest periods, longer than 1 minute. Which of the following would not count as a form of progressive overload? Okay, so progressive overload, you either add more reps or more weight. So Hitting the same reps and load at a lower RPE. Muscle soreness can be a useful proxy that you hit the target muscle. Yes. So side note, I actually enjoy muscle soreness after a good workout. If you think I'm a psychopath for that, drop a comment down below. Okay. Muscle soreness is very important for muscle growth. Shouldn't happen when training with good form. If you're training, your muscles are going to get sore no matter what. All the above. That's a trick answer. So, go up here. Can be a useful proxy. All right. Noelle from Genshin Impact is a late beginner, earlier intermediate lifter who wants to build full body strength and muscular size, with an emphasis on glute development. Assuming she does multiple exercises for multiple sets for her glutes each workout, how many days per week should she train her glutes to maximize gains without seriously risking recovery issues? Now, in my opinion, 5 to 7 days per week does not get enough. 5 to 7 times per week does not give enough rest period. 1 time per week does not help maximize. Now 2 to 3, that with 1 rest day in between, that gives you your whole week right there, minus 1 day. But no lifting, focus on cardio. In my opinion, cardio, if that's all you're doing, you're not going to build muscle. I don't know. 2 to 3 times per week. Which RIR range is most likely to optimize hypertrophy? I don't know what RIR is, so we're going to go to I'm assuming it's something with reps. Reps in rated? I don't know. We're going to say 6 to 12 just because I don't know. For an average lifter using standard technique, which of the following muscles is least activated by the barbell back squat? Least activated. I feel like it's the glutes. Gluteals, whatever. Billy is an intermediate lifter who has been weight training for almost 4 years. He really wants to grow his chest. Assuming he is taking more sets close to failure, how many sets per week should he do to give him the best muscular gains without seriously risking recovery issues? That's just for 1 exercise. Yeah, 24. Let's say 24. Which is the most appropriate protein recommendation for an average lifter in a caloric surplus whose primary goal is to gain muscle? Okay, let's see here. No, that's way too low. Okay, we got pounds here. So you get marginal gains with more. Crud. Maybe 0.7 to 1 is the golden spot. I don't know because I'm not there yet. Okay, which exercise is shown below in the image? Oh, I know that one. That's it's not a Helmsworth row. It's not, I don't know, a Yates row. No, wait, what? Oh no, it is one of those? I thought that was something else. Oh, I was thinking of different. Oh, let's go Yates. Was the joint action shown in the exercise below? Not adduction. Oh, we're going shoulder up. Wait, no, not abduction. We're going extension. There's a flexion. Extension. You're almost finished level 3 hard. Oh no. You're programmed to do a max effort set of 4 to 6 reps on the deadlift. If you put on a lifting belt and use it properly, which of the following is least likely to occur? That's the least likely to occur. Michael weighs 80 kilograms, 176 pounds, been training seriously for almost 5 years. He bench presses 2 times per week with good technique and uses structured progressions to increase his strength over time. Assuming he has average genetics for strength and is dedicated to the gym, how much should he realistically be able to bench press for a 1 rep max? I'm going to assume he can press his weight. I don't know, I'm going to say 220. 23, internal cueing would be most appropriate for which exercise from a hypertrophy standpoint? An excellent question. Internal cueing, I don't know what that means. These are simple ones. That's okay, we're gonna say incline treadmill. What is the average fiber type composition of the soleus muscle of the calves? What? I don't know what that means. So I feel like it's a top 1, and I'm gonna say 55 to 70%. I don't know what any of that means. Which of the following activities has been shown to acutely reduce muscle protein synthesis. Say high sugar meal, because I feel like it's talking about having a negative impact. Rachel is an advanced level lifter who has been training for both strength and size for almost 10 years. On an AMRAP set, roughly how many reps would you expect her to hit with 80% of her daily 1 rep max on the squat? I don't know what that means. So her max, 80%. I'm going to say 4 to 6 reps. Which component of metabolism refers to activities like bringing in the groceries and is a major factor in metabolic adaptation to weight loss? Sounds real neat. I think it might be neat. I don't know. 28. What type of periodization is shown in the table below? Renaissance. Linear. Okay. 29. A 2020 paper from Campbell et al. Has been called the first bodybuilding refeed study. In this study, one group dieted continuously and another group used 48-hour refeeds over a 7-week dieting period. Which of the following was a finding in the refeed group? I don't think higher testosterone played into it. I could be wrong. Maybe it was the dry leanness. Which of the following would cause muscle protein synthesis to be elevated for the longest period of time? We're going to say 1 hour weight training. All right, let's see how we did. We did not even get half of these right. We got 14 out of 30. I am a failure. So in spite of missing over half of the questions, I'm not too upset about this, especially when I take into consideration that A, I've not been watching a lot of Jeff Nippard's videos. B, I'm already 10 pounds down from what I started a month ago. And C, a lot of that was, I don't want to say necessarily knowledge gap, but like the abbreviations really threw me off, especially without the extra explanations. Also, going back and watching his video that covers the answers, some of them are opinion based. Seeing as I'm not at that level just yet to where I need to be focusing on min-maxing gains with muscles, I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I've got a link down below if you want to take the quiz yourself and see how you stack up.